going to be fishing one of my favorite people, Keith Warren, the Texas angler. And we're going to be fishing a spinnerbait today, Strike King's new spin dance. And it's going to have them jumping in the boat. Y'all stay tuned. Look at him. He's going to come up and jump right here. Oh,
yeah! It's the Texas Angler with your host, Keith Warren. The Texas Angler is brought to you by Academy Stores, the best place to buy your fishing tackle. All-Star Graphite Rods, the great American fishing rod. Red Arbogast Lures, bait of champions. And by Champion Boats, built with pride.
there we go.
Yeah.
There we go.
By the Coleman Company. Dodge Trucks. Stren Fishing Line. And by Mariner Outboards. Better in the long run.
They still stick the tech down there.
By Minn Kota Trolling Motors. Get you closer to fish. Charles Spence's Strike King Lures. And by Stop and Go.
Boy, when they hook themselves right there in the roof of the mouth, they are eating a spinnerbait. I like to see that. Pretty good, huh? All right.
For a while now, I've been telling you about the Dodge Compass Turbo Diesel, but not everyone needs the pulling power of this big guy. Oh, that's why Dodge makes the Dakota Club Cab. It's America's only true mid-size pickup. So it's a big fish in a very small pond. Its available Magnum V8 turns out 230 horses. And inside, this Club Cab's got plenty of room for you and your gear. The Dakota Club Cab, it's the catch of the day. Served only at your nearby Texas Dodge dealer.
Nothing attracts fish better than super vibration and flash, and nothing provides more than Strike King's new Diamond Dust Spin Dance. Quality diamond dust heads, spinnies, ball-bearing swivels, uniquely cupped Tennessee diamond bar blades, specially colored ultralight diamond dust hot tail skirts of exclusive RM silicone, and Eagle Claw laser sharp hooks. Add a Bohog natural pork eel to these quality features, and the Spin Dance produces unbelievable action. Just what you always expect and get from Strike King.
In this year's Star Good Times Fishin' Big Time Prizes contest, you can reel in a lot more than fish. For example, there are 25 fishing boats with trailers and motors, plus dozens of rods, reels, coolers, fishing belts, casting jackets, rod racks, spools, foul weather gear, and a 1993 Chevrolet Suburban. But you can't keep them if you don't enter. The contest runs from Memorial Day to Labor Day, so call 713-626-STAR. That's 713-626-STAR, and do some big-time catching.
Today, Texas angler Keith Warren is teaming up with Bassmasters Tournament Pro Angler and Strike King Lures representative Jackie Turbeville. They'll be fishing the waters of Falcon Lake, located on the Texas-Mexico border on Highway 83 near the town of Zapata, Texas, midway between Laredo and McAllen. Jackie's brought with him a brand new lure from Strike King, and he says that the fish will be jumping in the boat if they simply get a good look at it.
That's the new spin dance. That's the 5/8 ounce size. It's going to be available in 3 different sizes, 1/4, 3/8, and 5/8, with the new silicone hot tail skirts. But that's the boy. That's the bad boy.
Well, come on.
And you got to be careful now. These fish start jumping in the boat. I mean, we should have tied these on before we got on the lake. I mean, you just might be surprised they go jumping in the boat before we get them tied on.
Let me see.
Pick out that boy. That one you're picking up there is a hot, hot boy.
That one right there.
The clarity of this water we're going to be fishing, that ought to show up good.
Now, come on. Come on. Here we go.
It.
Man, they're jumping in the boat.
Hey.
Look at the size of that one. That's a keeper, too. They're jumping in the boat. Oh, man.
Look here.
Okay.
Hey, what can I say?
The new spin dance. Let's get after it. You've heard of them jumping in the boat before, I think.
You just saw it, didn't you?
I think we got it. Shoot, Jackie, I'm kind of afraid to even hold this thing out where the fish can see it. If they do, they're going to jump up here and get it. I'm going to put a little trailer on the back of it. And look, y'all just stay back. Y'all stay back. Ooh. This is a new cut trailer, isn't it?
Yeah, it's the new bow wheel trailer.
Let me show you something.
New for 1993.
About this pork. So a lot of people think with this pork, what you do is you put that fat side down. That is wrong. You put the skin side down. Always, always, always. Whether you're fishing with a jig and eel or whether you're fishing with a trailer on the back of a spinnerbait. And these trailers come pre-punched. A lot of people don't know that. They're real easy to put on. They already have a hole in it from the factory, and that's what it looks like now. Go on. Spin dance, hunt out one. Come on. It's fun. Boy, there's bait fish all around us popping up. Whew.
He's not that big, but he's a fish.
Pain. When you're hurting, you deserve the best. The Center for Back Pain and Muscle Injuries offers medically specialized non-surgical treatment alternatives and comprehensive rehabilitation services supervised by a doctor of medicine. 3 out of 4 people will suffer back pain of some degree during their life, and the Center for Back Pain and Muscle Injuries can help. Call 993-BACK for information, or ask your physician about the Center for Back Pain and Muscle Injuries. Remember, when you're hurting, you deserve the best. 993-BACK.
Take off for some serious fishing with a Predator Deep Tuttle center console powered by a 1993 Evinrude outboard motor. Gulf Coast Marine has a boat that will fit your fishing needs and an Evinrude outboard motor to match. Predators are built to last with a 50-year deck and transom guarantee against rot and delamination. Own the flats with a super shallow watercraft from Gulf Coast Marine, your Evinrude outboard dealer at Port and Crosstown.
Falcon bass.
We're going to catch another one right here, Jackie. There are some fish moving around.
Yeah, little fish. Look at there, my man. He's down in a little grass.
Were you slow rolling it?
Just slow rolling. He was just laying on the bottom down in that grass and just, like I caught that a while ago, just barely moving along. Well, I tell you what, Keith, he is in bad shape. He's got this hook all the way back to his eyes.
He wanted it, didn't he?
He wanted it. There you go.
He's a contender.
Yeah, he's a contender. Let's get back out and try that again.
I believe that those fish are not going to be real aggressive for some reason. It's cloudy and they don't want a fast-moving bait right now, and this thing puts off such a throb. I can work it slow and maybe catch a big one. There he is. Oh, you got one too, huh? All right.
He come back on it.
Oh, man. Look at here. Jackie, look at the size of this
Look at
fish.
the size of that fish.
Look at the size of this. Come on, big one. Come on, big one.
Look at there. Look at
Look at
there.
the size of that bass.
That is a fish.
Whew. Man, look at the sores on this fish, Jackie. Look at that, he pulled the skirt right down.
That's what, be an 8-pound fish? Look at the sores on that fish.
Look at that.
She's a little on the poor side, but she's still a nice bass.
The sores in his mouth.
What is that up in the roof of his mouth there?
That's a leech. Yeah, it's a leech.
Boy, that fish is in bad shape, but that is a nice fish, Keith.
Ooh, I like that.
That's what it's all about.
Threw over there, boom, I had a bite, and all of a sudden, I threw back again, didn't get a bite. You threw in there, you caught one, boom, and this one struck mine. What a fish. Oh, honey, there you go.
Bye, big
Thank
girl.
you. I'm trying to kick a cold, and I guess no, I'm trying to catch a cold. I hope I don't catch one too bad, but
You forgot all about that cold for there for a minute.
you
didn't
got that right. When the fish are biting like this, you don't think too much about being sick. Woo!
Hi, you think I'm slowing down just because I'm 44? Hey, I still feel great. You know, as you get older, regular exercise is more important than ever. You might want to try biking, swimming, or just a brisk walk. Check with your doctor first, then do it.
Fitness is feeling great.
I hope I feel this good when I'm 84. What? I am 84? Oh.
On the next Time Tracks, Darian searches for relics from the past.
It's Columbus's legacy from the King of Spain.
To find a fugitive from the future.
That treasure could lead me to a man I'm after.
But the discovery of a murder.
You don't really think you're going to get away with this, do you?
And a violent hurricane leaves Darian stranded with the killer.
The only people who can stop me are in this room.
On the next Time Tracks.
Wednesday night on KDF-TV.
Good morning, sir. May I see your Texas driver's license, please?
Yes, sir.
May I see your proof of insurance, please?
Yes, sir.
May I see your Texas angler cap, sir?
My what?
Son, you in a heap of trouble. Don't get caught without it.
This is Keith Warren, and the first thing I did when I got my truck was take it to the experts at Speed & Sport. They installed some Mickey Thompson tires on pre-custom wheels. A Reese trailer hitch was installed to match the load and height of my trailer. Speed & Sport then set a protective bed liner in the back so I don't have to worry about scratching up my truck bed. A grill guard and some driving lights on the front, and it was ready to go. Speed & Sport knows their business, and with over 20 years in the same location, you can depend on Speed & Sport for all your truck needs. Warmer weather is here, and the fish, they're biting. So load up the family and head on out to the water. And on the way, stop by Academy to pick up everything you need. Only Strike King offers spinnerbait fishermen the diamond finish blade for more flash. Combined with Strike King's bow hog frog or bow eel trailer, and you've got something that big bass can't resist. Whether it's freshwater or saltwater fish you're after, don't forget the bait mate. Academy, the best place to buy your fishing tackle.
Now you can join the Texas Angler Fishing Team by ordering your Fishing Team T-shirt and Texas Angler cap today. Send a check or money order for $9.95 for the T-shirt and $7.95 for the cap, plus $3 shipping and handling. To the Texas Angler, Post Office Box 310601, New Braunfels, Texas 78131. Texas residents add 7.75% sales tax. Allow 3 to 6 weeks for delivery. Double X sizes slightly higher. Order yours today.
And this statement I'm fixing to make is a pretty strong statement, but without a doubt, this is the finest spinnerbait that I've ever tied into my line. You know, you just got, when people fish this spinnerbait and feel the vibration and see the flash that these blades produce, you know, they'll see what I'm talking about. It's just, there he is. Look at there, look at there. See what I mean? Look at him.
Man, I
Come
can't
up
get
there
over
and
it.
show yourself, boy. Have you ever seen a spinnerbait catch bass like? Look at there.
That's pretty neat. That's pretty neat.
That one's a little better.
I think we got some fish
You know,
located
that's
here.
fish that hit. You know, I struck me short on that first cast, but he got on it the second. Oh,
Think we got
thank you,
some fish.
buddy. Thank you.
I think we got some located. What do you think?
I believe we do. And I believe they're liking the old spin dance.
The old spin dance? The new spin dance? What are you talking about?
Well, it's kinda. Yeah, it is new, but it's kinda old to me. I've been fishing it and having Strike King with it for about 8 or 9 months. And we've got it ready to go for the market. And the fishermen, I promise you, if they'll just take it and try it, I think they'll have same results with it they see us having today.
You know how I found out about this bait?
How's that?
When I was up at Pickwick with Bill Dance shooting that commercial for Boat Buddy that we have. And he was sitting here telling me, we always talk about what's new and what's coming up, and man, you ought to try this or that. And he says, man, we got a spinnerbait blade that you're not gonna believe. And anyway, he showed it to me, and I said, I've never seen anything like that before. And I wound up asking him if he'd send me some, and he finally he finally did. He sent me some, and but I didn't throw them. I was going to wait for you to get down here, but obviously that was a mistake. I should have been throwing them.
It's like I said earlier, you know, I hate to just keep pounding on it and sound like a broken record, but the blade is just phenomenal what it will do. I mean, I love to be able to, you know, feel a spinnerbait, what it's doing, and normally under these conditions we're fishing today, it's overcast and this water's really off color. You know, normally you'd want to throw a Colorado style blade because, you know, it's going to produce the most vibration. But here with this style blade, you still get that tremendous amount of vibrations you get from a Colorado style blade, but yet it allows you to have that flash that only a willow leaf can give you, so it just makes a deadly combination.
There he is. Look here.
Ooh, look at there.
Look here.
He has got another one. They are absolutely annihilating.
I'm telling you. We don't have any big fish yet, but they just jumping in the boat.
You're doing good, my boy. You're doing good.
Come on back here, Bubba. Come on back here. Okay, now, all you serious bass fishermen, listen up. I want to address an issue here. Okay, back years ago, and I'm talking about back when, shoot, before I was even born, a long time ago, not that long ago, spinnerbaits were catching fish, and then all of a sudden, and they had round blades, then all of a sudden somebody came up with a willow leaf blade, long and thin, and that was catching fish. And all of a sudden, I really believe that there's so much fishing pressure on our fish nowadays that they actually get accustomed to seeing a bait, and they know it's artificial, and they're not going to hit it. Well, about 10 years ago, the double willow leaf spinnerbait came out, okay? And I'll tell you what, it was a killer. Everybody started catching fish on it. Why? Because, yeah, it's a good bait, but it was something different. The fish hadn't seen it before. Well, this is, and now what's happened is now that bait's not catching as many fish as this bait is. This is brand new, and the fish haven't seen this. So it's just something that, you know, if they come out with something new, you ought to at least try it and just see how it works for you, you know? Just don't think they're coming out with something new just to sell it to you. They're coming out with something new to help you catch more fish.
It's the Mitchell Reels Texas Angler Saltwater Roundup. Your chance to win a portion of over $500,000 in cash and prizes. Over 3,800 hardhead, sheepshead, redfish, sand trout, flounder, gafftop, croaker, whiting, and speckled trout have been tagged and released along the entire Texas Gulf Coast waiting for you to catch them. The entry fee is only $10 per angler, and you must be registered to win. The roundup runs May 22nd through August 31st, so register today anywhere you see this banner. The Mitchell Reels Texas Angler Saltwater Roundup. Register today.
Have you gotten your Texas Angler bumper sticker yet? If you do, then send us a photo of your bumper sticker on your car, truck, boat, tackle box, or ice chest, along with your name and address, and you'll be eligible to win a free Arbogast lure from the Fred Arbogast Company and the Texas Angler. And if you still don't have your Texas Angler bumper sticker, keep watching for more information on how you can get yours absolutely free. Now, there's no purchase necessary, so get your Texas Angler bumper sticker today.
Some shopping decisions are pretty easy to make, especially when you're shopping for that special fisherman in your life. That's when nothing but the very best will do.
Happy birthday, Daddy.
All right, an Arbogast snooker. How'd you know that's what I wanted? What'd you say we go give it a workout right now?
All right.
There's nothing like the best for those times you'll always cherish. Fred Arbogast Lures, bait of champions.
Just when I thought it was safe. Open up!
Tell us about what your experience was like at Paul Yard.
Well, it was real good. They said they did everything they said they were going to do. They didn't run us off when it got late last night. In fact, it was about 11:30 when we finally left here.
You were keeping your salespeople up a long time, right?
Oh, we sure were.
Well, what about the deal? Were you satisfied with it?
Oh, very much so, yes.
At Paul Yard Mitsubishi, we'll do whatever it takes to make you a satisfied customer. Paul Yard Mitsubishi, corner of Weber and SPID.
Come enjoy the outdoors with Wayne Pearson on the Outdoor Trail Magazine. Outdoor Trail Magazine.
Hi, I'm Tim Ackard, president of Crosstown Ford and chairman of a unique program to benefit the National Kidney Foundation of the Coastal Bend. If you have an old car, boat, truck, or even farm equipment you no longer need or use, we want it. Regardless of the condition, if you'll donate it, we'll haul it off at no cost to you. It's tax deductible, and you'll be making transplants more available for those in South Texas who need them. Please, call today.
Born in East LA, man, I was born in East LA.
Anybody seen a red-headed girl in a green dress? He's born to be wild. Ow! He's born to be cool.
Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Y'all beautiful people.
And now he's born to run. Help, I should be deported. She's married.
I was born in East LA!
Monday afternoon on KDF-TV.
These bass are about as easy to catch as a pass from Troy Aikman. They put a fight up.
Oh! Good show, my boy.
Dad gum.
What?
Now look at here.
Well, they are strong, aren't they?
This is unbelievable. This is absolutely unbelievable. Man, they come
As
up.
they say, my man, it don't get no better than this.
I'm telling you, like dying and going to heaven. They have flat, never seen such a blade. That's gotta be what it is. I mean, you know, I like to think that we're good fishermen, but we're not that good fishermen. It's gotta be. They have never seen anything like this. You know, old
Look
Bill,
here, there he is.
I was gonna say old Bill Dance is gonna be eating his heart out.
Did you
know?
see that fish come up and get that old spin dance when I was waking it right on the surface? That's the way to fish it. These are some of the strongest fish. Get up there and walk, buddy. Get up there and walk. Look at that.
Oh,
thank you, Lord, thank you.
Golly.
It's unbelievable. Now, do you believe me this spinnerbait works?
Like I said, don't you know old Bill Dance gonna eat his heart out when he sees this? He's gonna wish he'd have come on this trip.
As much
Too
as he
bad,
likes
Dance.
to fish a spinnerbait, he would definitely love it. Eat your heart out, Bill Dance.
Tell me something. How you like fishing in Falcon Lake?
Well, if you really want to know the truth, I absolutely love it. This lake has got, from what I've seen, it's got so much to offer, you know, to the fishermen. A spinnerbait, I mean, it's fantastic spinnerbait. Like with all this cover, of course, I can just imagine the top water action. People like to flip, pitch jigs, worms. You know, it's got everything. And hey, I'm definitely coming back.
There's one. Come on up here. Oh, man. Dadgum. They are flat eating. You got one too?
Hey, look at here. Look at here. We got a double. Now, this is a nice fish. Look at here, my boy. Look at here.
Get back there and give you a hand.
Look at here. Oh, nice fish there, bud.
Come on, Buster.
Look at there, buddy.
Not bad. Not bad.
Not bad.
Not bad at all. I'll tell you what, they have never seen this spinnerbait. They've seen lots of other ones, but they never seen that one.
Boy, now that's what you call a good guy. Take fish out for you.
Here, let your fish go.
Oh, man. Well, that's a good 4.5 pound fish. Thank you, my friend.
And now Now here's a look at our Anglers of the Week. Congratulations to Irene Guerin of Sweetwater, Mary Pat Baker of Houston, and Rachel Choate from Winnie, Texas. Each of these anglers caught their fish using products featured on the Texas Angler and will receive a Texas Angler t-shirt plus a beautiful jacket from Champion Boats and Mariner Outboards. If you'd like to try your luck at becoming an Angler of the Week, get your pencil and paper ready, because we'll have the address and more information later in the show. Lone Star Body and Paint at 207 West Jones in San Antonio has been repairing damaged cars and trucks for over 14 years. Their expertise at collision repair is second to none. They can and will repair your damaged vehicle and make it look and drive like new. Lone Star Body and Paint will also help you with your insurance claims. Over 14 years of experience at the same location. Lone Star Body and Paint, 207 West Jones, where your satisfaction is guaranteed.
When you go fishing, you should plan every part of your trip. Plan where you're going, what roads you'll be taking, what you're fishing for, and what you'll be using for bait. You should also plan what you'll be drinking to help you make it through those long, hot days on the water. Tropicana 100% pure premium Florida squeezed orange juice will give you all the energy you need to start your day off right. And Tropicana Twisters will help you make it through the rest of the day. Tropicana fruit juice, available at all Texas stop-and-go stores. It's the Mitchell Reels Texas Anglers Saltwater Roundup. Your chance to win a portion of over $500 million in cash and prizes. Over 3,800 hardhead, sheepshead, redfish, sand trout, flounder, gaff-top, croaker, whiting, and speckled trout have been tagged and released along the entire Texas Gulf Coast waiting for you to catch them. The entry fee is only $10 per angler, and you must be registered to win. The roundup runs May 22nd through August 31st, so register today anywhere you see this banner. The Mitchell Reels Texas Anglers Saltwater Roundup. Register today.
Come on, biggin. I know you're there. I know you're there. Boom. Inhale that thing. Oh, looky here. Jackie, now this is a big fish. Look at this. Oh, man. Came up and absolutely... help? No, I don't know. That's a big old bass. Golly. Come on up. Oh, dadgum. Look. I'm telling you. That's a stud there, Bubba.
That is a stud monkey.
Oh. Golly, I told you. Come on, big old boy. Now, hold on.
That's a big old girl. Look at there. Look at the size of that bad girl there. There's your 8-pounder.
Now, look at that. You tell me that spin dance doesn't work.
Hey.
Thank you. I mean, somebody is shining down on us today. That right there
is a beautiful fish.
Is a big one. Now look, that one doesn't have a scar on it. And I want to show you something, Jackie. Look at the eggs coming out of it. There are eggs right there on that fish. I'm gonna let her go real easy. That fish is up here spawning. That
look,
fish...
I got one.
Golly!
I got it one. But mine is not near the size yours is.
Well,
but it is a fish.
Look at this big one.
Look at this. That is a beautiful fish, Keith.
Okay, honey. Go on back in there. Oh,
that is
mercy.
One beautiful fish.
Mercy. Okay, everybody. Once again, the lure we're using is a Strike King spin dance. And as you can see, it's just about like magic. Boy, I love it like this. We'll see you next week, right here on the Texas Angler.
Let's see what's in Keith's tackle box, brought to you by Plano. Today, Keith's using an all-star heavy-action bait casting rod, Abu Garcia Probax 3600 reel, Stren 20-pound super tough line, Strike King's new spin dance tipped with a bow eel trailer and bait mate craw attractor.
Texas Angler has been brought to you by Gulf Coast Marine, your Evinrude outboard dealer. Attention South Texans, the owners of the old Furniture Connection are forced to liquidate all remaining inventory that wasn't sold in their going out of business sale to proceed with their remodeling. They would rather liquidate than risk getting anything damaged. Thousands of items will be slashed under $100. If you're in the market for home furnishings, now's the time. There's huge discounts for package deals. These are absolutely the best prices, so don't miss out on this huge clearance sale at the old Furniture Connection, 14330 SPID on the island.
This is KDF-TV. The Saltwater Angler is brought to you in part by Gulf Coast Marine, the Coastal Bend's oldest outboard dealer.
Come along with us as we chase the great saltwater game fish from the deep blue waters offshore to the bays and grass flats inshore. This is the Saltwater Angler with Tom Nix, featuring professional guides on how to catch them and Chef Yankee on how to cook them. A total saltwater fishing experience.
Hello everyone, welcome to the Saltwater Angler. We're way out in the Gulf of Mexico fishing on a head boat today. This is a very big boat. It's the Scat Cat out of Fisherman's Wharf at Port Aransas, Texas. This boat is capable of fishing around 90 people when it's full. Today we'll be fishing 52 people aboard, and I'll be joining all those folks down below with the fishing in just a little while. This boat will be offshore today at all the hot spots, the rock formations underneath here in the Gulf of Mexico as we look for red snapper. We'll be using electric reels for red snapper, and also drift fishing for kingfish, dolphin, and whatever else we can get into. So it's a 12-hour trip today, an all-day trip on the Scat Cat out of Port Aransas. This is Captain Eddie Paulhemus, one of several captains who pilot the Scat Cat and the Wharf Cat, two large fishing boats out of Fisherman's Wharf. Captain Eddie's job, of course, is to put a large group of people on the fish, and he does it well. The weather today is sunny and hot, and as you can tell, there's no wind. The Gulf of Mexico is as peaceful as a big lake. We are 50 miles offshore, fishing in deep water. The majority of the fishermen aboard will be fishing the bottom for red snapper and amberjack. Each fisherman is provided a basket for his fish and a bucket of squid to use as bait. Fishing this deep water on bottom with a conventional reel would be a big chore, especially for the kids and the older folks. So the Scat Cat provides electric reels for their 12-hour trip. I'll be fishing on the back of the boat with a conventional reel, using ribbon fish as bait. I'll try to snag a kingfish or a barracuda near the surface.
Coming up, the fishermen on the Scat Cat have plenty of snapper to keep them busy. Plus, there's a few other surprises.
You want to have some fun? Some California fun? Then order the Aquasling from Riva Sport and let the fun fly. The Aquasling water balloon slingshot is just plain fun. Fun on the run and fun in the sun. The Aquasling can launch a water balloon the length of a football field, or double that with a 200-yard competition model. The Aquasling is made in America and designed to last. It's easily used by 1, 2, or 3 people, and it comes with a lifetime guarantee. With your Aquasling, you get 72 biodegradable balloons, the garden hose fill nozzle, official Aquasling target, and detailed instructions on its, proper use. Just call 1-800-544-7900. That's 1-800-544-7900. Have your credit card ready and we can ship it to you tomorrow. Tomorrow. That's right, you can be having California fun in just a few days. The Aquasling costs a mere $19.95. So what are you waiting for? Order your California fun today.
A catch? Sure, catch-22. Anyone who wants to get out of combat isn't really crazy, so I can't ground him. Okay, let me see if I got this straight. In order to be grounded, I've got to be crazy. And I must be crazy to keep flying. But if I ask to be grounded, that means I'm not crazy anymore and I have to keep flying. You've got it. That's catch-22.
Tuesday night on KDF-TV.
What's all the excitement? It's reptiles and special hands-on exhibits for children at the Corpus Christi Museum of Science and History. You'll see alligators, turtles, birds, and a shrimp boat for the smallest shrimper. So put your hands together for the new hands-on discovery extravaganza coming to the Corpus Christi Museum of Science and History. Open Tuesday through Sunday, 1900 North Chaparral.
After a 3-hour trip to the deep water 50 miles offshore, there were a lot of eager fishermen ready to catch fish, and the fish were there. I was in on the action too. All right, first mate, you got a job ahead of you now is get all the lines untangled. We got a lot of fishermen on board. Whenever you get a pretty good sized fish on, I got a fairly good king here. He's going to swing back and forth into other people's lines. So one of the main jobs the first mate has to do is get all these lines untangled. And that's going to be a lot of fun here. You can see that big king around on top. He's pretty well whipped. I caught the kingfish using ribbon fish for bait and letting my line drift behind the boat near the surface, using no weights. A kingfish this size puts up a great battle, even on heavy tackle, and that's why they're so popular as a game fish. Our next fishing spot on the Scat Cat is next to a big oil rig. The rig provides structure for many species of fish. Right beside the boat were a school of chub. A few people tried to hook one, but no luck. More snapper were caught at this location, but the big surprise that excited our large group was shark. In a brief period of time, 8 to 10 small shark were caught, and then they were gone. A number of amberjack were caught as well, but there is a legal size limit for amberjack, and if they're under 28 inches, they must be released, and the mates on the Scat Cat make sure that happens. We're fishing in real deep water next to this rig. It's about 300 feet deep. Now imagine that's the length of a football field. If you had a manual reel, it would take a lot of, I mean, you'd be worn out at the end of the day reeling up from the bottom. You have to catch these snapper and amberjack down at the bottom. Hence the electric reels are the way to go out here in this real deep water at 300 feet. They're a lot easier on the arm muscles. You can get the fish up a little faster, and this is real deep water. Hence the electric reels come in handy, and they're being used now all around the boat out here in this deep water. One of the big advantages of this large fishing boat is the air-conditioned cabin with a snack bar, and it really comes in handy on a hot day in the middle of summer. Okay, in the back of the boat, we've got this barracuda. You know, this may be, Art, this may be the same barracuda we were seeing in front, because he was swimming all around on top, and it wouldn't take anybody's bait. All of a sudden, we got him hooked back here in the back. You can see him coming to the top now. He's worn out. In fact, we got him foul hooked in the side here. But that's, yeah, right at the eye and behind the fin. But that's a barracuda, all right. He couldn't. There we go. All right, the great barracuda. Always a fun fish to catch right there. Well, you bet. You know they're not bad to eat either.
No, they're not.
Chef Yankee can fix up some good barracuda. Well, we're getting ready to leave this spot. Right as we were pulling our lines up is when this barracuda hit. And we've caught a lot of different species so far at this one spot. Amberjack, shark, a lot of shark earlier on, red snapper, and now barracuda. So the fish are here. Usually by this time of the day, the wind would pick up, but not today. It was dead calm. I asked Captain Paul Hemus about his options. You know, the water is so calm out there, we can't drift. I know you can drift fish with this big catamaran and really catch some kingfish and other topwater fish as well.
Yes, ordinarily that's what we'd be doing since we've loaded up pretty well on snapper. But since the wind isn't cooperating today, we just have to hope maybe within the next 30 minutes it'll pick up and we can make a drift.
All right. Well, I'll tell you what, the folks downstairs are having a good time, and that's what it's all about out here, fishing on the headboats.
Right. As long as they're catching fish, they're happy.
That's right. And down below, a happy angler had just caught a large amberjack, the biggest fish of the day. Okay, we have 52 fishermen on board, and so far the biggest fish today has been caught by this gentleman right here. Your name?
Rene Rodriguez.
Rene, where are you from?
Ingleside.
That amberjack is huge, and I guess the amberjack you caught probably is going to go over 30 pounds or close to it. Is that the biggest fish you've caught?
Yes, sir.
How long did it take you to get him in?
Well, my reel broke, so they had to bring it up by hand, so it took about 20 minutes, I guess.
So you really had a tussle there with the reel breaking on that. I guess that fish was too big for the equipment.
I guess so.
Nice job, Rene.
Thank you.
After moving to another fishing spot, a rock structure known as Hospital Rock, I hooked up again. Okay, well, I tell you what, this one here's got a little fight to him. I believe we got a kingfish. Bet the first mate knows what this is.
Yeah.
Have you already seen him, Art?
No, I haven't seen him yet, Tom.
Then how do you know it's kingfish? You can just tell, huh? You guys have been out here on the water so much, you can tell just by the way the line's pulling what fish is on there most of the time. Had that one ribbon fish hanging way back behind the boat again, like we did with the barracuda a while ago. How far down you think we see that fish?
Good, 60 feet.
60 feet. That's how clear the water is out here over Hospital Rock. You know, they always feel heavier when they're foul hooked. You know that, Art? Yeah. You get them in the side, they pull a lot. Here, we got him right underneath.
Yeah.
Kingfish, hooked underneath. Well, when you're using a ribbon fish and three hooks, there's no telling where you can hook these fish sometimes, and we got him underneath. No doubt about it. And some good kingfish eating right there. Hospital Rock. Fish are biting.
Here's how you can contact Fisherman's Wharf for an offshore fishing trip on the Scat Cat out of Port Aransas, Texas. This number will appear again at the end of the show.
Take off for some serious fishing with the Predator Deep Tuttle Center Console powered by a 1993 Evinrude outboard motor. Gulf Coast Marine has a boat that will fit your fishing needs and an Evinrude outboard motor to match. Predators are built to last with a 50-year deck and transom guarantee against rot and delamination. Own the flats with a super shallow watercraft from Gulf Coast Marine, your Evinrude outboard dealer at Port and Crosstown.
There are some things that improve with age. The longer you keep them, the better they get. That's how it is with U.S. savings bonds, and that's why they make perfect gifts. You can choose from 8 denominations and get them for half their face value. Bonds earn competitive market-based interest rates with a guaranteed minimum return. So the longer they're held, the more they're worth. Buying savings bonds is easy. Get them at any full-service bank. And be sure to ask for a savings bond gift certificate to give now. The bond will arrive in the mail a few weeks later. So take stock in America and give U.S. savings bonds.
Cool.
Because there are some things that improve with age, fortunately.
Take stock in America. U.S. savings bonds.
When you're a kid on the streets, you'll do anything to survive.
You want to play in the big leagues, Mike?
Even if it means selling your soul to become a killer.
You want to be a gangster?
He's a low-life rat.
This is the way it usually ends.
He deserves what he gets.
Will a boy's fall from grace be Ness's ultimate downfall?
My baby face killer here.
On the next episode of The Untouchables.
Tuesday on KDF-TV.
All right, we're walking around the boat now, interviewing some of the folks here. We got our handheld mics, so we can just make a tour around the boat and see what some of these folks are doing as far as fishing today. And your name?
Tina Miller.
Tina, where are you from?
I live in Padre Isles.
All right, so you're from the local area, and you go out fishing offshore on the headboats very often?
Oh, quite a bit, quite a bit.
You bring your own gear along, don't you?
Yeah, lots of times.
Well, that's the way to do it. Have you had any luck today?
Quite a bit. I've got some in the box back there.
All right, your name?
Woody Woodward.
Woody, where are you from?
Lubbock, Texas.
Long way from home down here on the coast.
It sure is. It's only 3 hours.
Oh, yeah, all right, flying?
Uh-huh.
You love this offshore fishing?
Yeah, it's pretty good. I got disgusted this morning when I was catching those little ones like I usually throw back, but it's getting better.
Well, the action's been fast and heavy back here on the back of the boat. Fishing next to me is Manuel. Manuel, your last name?
Mendoza.
Manuel Mendoza from Corpus Christi?
Yeah.
All right, Manuel, tell you what, you got your own gear here. You're prepared for this offshore fishing, aren't you?
Yeah, I hope so.
Have you seen it this hot before? I mean, it's just like we're dripping sweat. There's no wind out here, and it's about 95 degrees.
It's been like this for 3 days, though. But there's some action, though. It's at least it makes the heat bearable.
And your name, sir?
Samuel Randall.
Sam, where are you from?
Shreveport, Louisiana.
All right, Shreveport, Louisiana. You're a long way from home. You go out offshore fishing very often?
Well, this is our 3rd time down. Moved down in 80 and 81 this year.
You have your wife with you there? Is she out fishing you?
We're about the same. Yeah.
Which one has the shark on? Do we know?
There are 3 of us.
We got 3 of us tied. 3 of you tied her up down there, and not sure who caught the shark. That is your shark, right?
I think it's yours.
I know it is.
All right. And what's your name?
Tucker.
Tucker, where are you from?
I'm from Roswell, New Mexico.
Well, that's great. Roswell, New Mexico. That's close to. I got some relatives up at Ruidoso. That's a beautiful country.
We're just down in the valley from Ruidoso. It's in the mountains.
Right.
This is the 2nd shark I caught today.
Is this your 2nd shark?
Yeah.
Well, that's pretty good. You're going to eat these shark, right?
Oh, these little ones we are.
We're up here on the bow of the boat now. Your name?
Glenn Berry,
Glenn, where are you from?
Rock Springs, Wyoming.
Golly, now you've won the prize for the person from the farthest away on this trip, Rock Springs, Wyoming.
I have. What did I win?
I'm not sure yet. We'll figure out some kind of prize for you. Are you catching any fish?
I've caught a few. Having a lot of fun. Something different.
No way, Bo.
Well, I tell you, down deep fishing for snapper, and looky here, we got a pretty nice sized shark coming up. Young fella up there caught that. I believe that young guy's from Fort Worth. That's a good sized shark there. A nice job down there on that shark. Notice how carefully the first mate handles the shark. You don't want to take any chances with the mouth of a shark, even that size. It's about a 3-footer, but he can do some damage. You got to handle him carefully. Well, he'll get into the box, and that's going to be some more black tip fillets right there. Who caught that fish? Hey, Bo, did you catch that fish?
Yeah.
Oh, come on, Bo, don't be, he's too bashful. All right, not going to talk to us, Bo.
A short while later, I had a fish on.
Hey, you got somebody else's, it may be a bonita. I believe that's what it is. Boy, he had a lot of power at first.
Good bonehead.
I think you have about a 20-pounder, and it ends up about a 6-pound bonita. Yes, bring him on up here. You got it? All right, that's a bonita, folks. When they first hit the line, you figure you got a real big fish, and those bonita can fool you. They're good sport fish. Not much for eating, but good sport fish.
A successful fishing trip offshore is dependent upon a good first mate, keeping the fisherman happy and catching fish. The Scat Cat's first mate is well experienced.
As hot as it is out here today, I'm sweating, but I tell you, there's one guy sweating a lot more than I am, and that's the first mate, Art Maldonado. Art, you've got quite a job out here on the Scat Cat, taking care of 52 fishermen, along with the rest of your crew. You know, how long have you been doing this?
I've been doing this about 5 years on this boat.
So you have a lot of experience with these head boats.
Oh, head boats, yeah, I do.
And it's one heck of a job. When the fish are biting, you really keep busy.
Keep going around and around and around, trying to keep up with everybody else.
Let's talk about all the different kind of baits you have to bring along on the boat here to use for fishing. Now, the bottom bait mostly is squid, and you use a lot of squid.
We use a lot of squid. Majority of bait, the snapper and the amberjack is a good appetite, and they use squid.
How much squid do you have to bring out each day?
Between about 400 to 500 pounds per trip.
Oh my gosh, that's a lot of squid. These here, herring?
There's a herring. We're using for cut-up bait, a little chum, make a little chum line. Make excellent chum line for kingfishing.
And what we've been picking up the kingfish on mostly is the old reliable.
The old reliable, good old ribbon fish.
Okay, we've been using live piggy perch.
Live piggy perch,
live well
behind us. We carry a minimum of
300 or 400 perch per trip.
Well, we got that box pretty well full of fish over there.
Yeah, right now we probably got about 1,100 pounds of snapper, a few sharks, a few amberjacks, a few bonitas, a few kingfish.
A little bit of everything.
A little bit of everything. It's been a long, hot day.
The fishing had slowed down. It was nearly time to head for port.
All right, we got a fish on here on the side, and what does it look like? An amberjack. It is a nice one. Okay, that's a good sized one too. Not quite big enough though.
Not gonna be 28?
I don't believe it's gonna make 28. Got the 28-inch limit on amberjack, and that's just a little bit below that.
Yeah. But it was fun.
Pretty fish.
That's the same one I threw back 6 hours ago.
Well, we've been sitting here on Aransas Rock, nobody getting a bite. How did you do it?
Well, I went to the bottom. We weren't going anywhere, so I just went to the bottom.
Okay, what were you using for bait?
Ribbon fish. Yeah.
Nice fish. Back she goes.
It would have been nicer if it had been 28 or more.
Now, you're looking for one of those big amberjack, aren't you?
Oh, yeah, yeah.
But before leaving, I had one more fish on the back of the boat. A crowd gathered round to see what it was.
Tell you what, we're finally beginning to see a little bit of him down there. This fish has put up a good fight. Whose line is this, I wonder, right here? Somebody's got a line out. Maybe, probably mine, my other one. Woo! We don't know what he is, but he's sure big. That may be a shark. Anybody sees, can identify the fish, let us know. It's coming up to the top now. That's a big king, I believe. Oh, yeah. Here he is. All right. Nice king, nice king. Boy, there's a lot of kingfish today off this boat. It's been a good kingfish day. Bring it up over this way if you can. Can you bring him on this side? We got the camera over here, and we get a look at him.
I had caught my limit on kingfish. Other folks in the boat had caught kingfish as well. And with all the snapper added in, along with shark and barracuda, it was a successful offshore trip.
Chef Yankee has some tips on how to prepare stuffed crab next on the Saltwater Angler.
Come enjoy the outdoors with Wayne Pearson on the Outdoor Trail Magazine. Outdoor Trail Magazine.
Something to think about next time you're out. Think when you drink. A reminder from the Miller.
On the next People's Court, what on earth is she talking about?
Just explain that to me, because I don't understand.
Okay, kind of hard to explain, Judge.
Well, you better start explaining, because you got me so confused, I don't know whether I'm sitting or standing. Pardon me?
It's confusing.
What's so confusing?
There comes a time in every judge's life where he's heard enough, and I've heard enough.
Find out. Watch the next People's Court.
Monday afternoon on KDF-TV.
All right, all you seafood lovers, here we are at Yankee and Betty's Seafood Galley in Port Aransas with Chef Yankee. How you doing, Chef?
Pretty good.
Crab shells in our hands here. I guess we have those for some reason, don't we?
Yeah, you didn't bring me no fish, so I'm going to have to put all crab today.
All right, I have my red shirt on, by the way. I look almost like a chef.
Well, you're going to be when I get done with you. Nice fat belly and all.
Thanks a lot,
Well, let's
Chef.
get after it.
Let's try some of that stuffed crab.
You bet. All right, first got the crab meat, throw it in a bowl. Get some fish in there to extend it a little bit so you get a little more.
Well, you mix the fish in with the crab.
Oh, sure. You extend it out a little bit.
All right.
And you put in a little bit of egg to hold it together. And you throw in your celery, onions, green peppers.
Lots of good ingredients.
And a little bit of parsley to sprinkle on there to make it look good and taste good. Then you use breadcrumbs.
for consistency, so it holds all together when you pat it all out.
All right.
Then a little bit of margarine, and a little bit of lemon pepper, and some cayenne pepper.
Cayenne pepper.
Yeah, make it warm. And then just stir it all up. Get it all nice and mushy and packed together.
Now we're going to bake this, right?
We're going to bake this in the oven at 350 degrees till done.
Till done.
And how do you know it's done? You eat it.
You just sample it to tell if it's done.
That's right. A little more breadcrumbs, please. Thank you.
Now the breadcrumbs do what? They help hold
it
everything
together. And the egg helps hold it together, too.
Okay. Yankee, you have all the ingredients put together now. It's ready to put in the crab shell, right?
Yes, sir. So you just take your spoon, pick it up.
Stuff those shells.
Put it in there, smash it down a wee bit.
All right. And into the oven.
And Viola, stuffed crabs with the shell. And you throw it in the oven. Well, there you go, Tom. 3 stuffed crabs.
All right, look very good. What do we got? Some sauce to go with it?
Yeah, a little garlic butter, celery. Put a couple of taters around there and have at it.
All right, crab lovers, there it is. Give it a try.
For additional information on Chef Yankee's seafood dishes, contact the chef at this mailing address. Please send a self-addressed stamped envelope.
On Real Stories of the Highway Patrol.
I want to die.
A young boy becomes a walking time bomb, threatening to end it all.
Shoot me!
Making officers walk a fine line between life and death.
You have to shoot me. I can't shoot you. Pull the trigger!
Plus,
Can I do a little routine?
officers get a roadside show from a good-humored motorist.
I was speeding, but I got a commercial in maybe.
You need some characters, I tell you.
On Real Stories of the Highway Patrol.
Monday night on KDF-TV.
Clint Eastwood, a cowboy cop heads east to catch a killer. But in New York, there's a whole new set of rules.
I'm not leaving without that prisoner.
And Clint breaks every one of them.
Are you charging me or what?
This isn't the OK Corral around here.
Well, that's too bad. You might have learned something.
Eastwood takes a bite out of the Big Apple.
I'm making a citizen's arrest.
Coogan's Bluff.
Monday on KDF-TV.
On the next Time Tracks, Darien searches for relics from the past.
It's Columbus's legacy from King Spain.
To find a fugitive from the future.
That treasure could lead me to a man I'm after.
But the discovery of a murder.
You don't really think you're going to get away with this, do you?
And a violent hurricane leaves Darien stranded with the killer.
The only people who can stop me are in this room.
On the next Time Tracks.
Wednesday night on KDF-TV.
Captain Eddie, Paul Hemus, the sun's going down. The old 12-hour trip is over with. It was an exciting trip. You had a lot of satisfied customers today.
Yes, sir, we did. Everybody caught a lot of fish, and the weather was great, and we all had a good time. And we really were pleased with you and your crew, and we're glad to have you.
We caught a lot of species of fish today, and we had a good trip, too, thanks to the weather. I mean, no one got seasick today that I know of, Eddie.
No, that big catamaran is a double-hull boat that eliminates a lot of the rocking sensation you get with a regular boat. And, of course, it's all air-conditioned, so you can go inside and cool off.
That's right. Folks, if y'all like to go fishing on the head boat here, the Scat Cat out of Port Aransas, Texas, get the number on the screen right there. Call and set you up a trip. You'll enjoy it offshore. Thanks a lot, Eddie.
Thank you, Tom.
Had a nice trip.
Thank you.
The Saltwater Angler is brought to you in part by Gulf Coast Marine, the Coastal Bend's oldest outboard dealer.
Oh, honey, you got an aquarium. What a great idea.
Well, it's not really an aquarium. It's Telequarium. The video that turns your TV into a full-color aquarium with fish you don't have to feed and a tank you don't have to clean.
It's so beautiful. It's so...
Relaxing.
You're so smart. Where'd you get it?
In this Aquatic Paradise double video set.
Oh.
Oh, honey, just wait till you see the other tape. This is Ocean Rhapsody, the vacation you just plug right into your VCR.
So it's a getaway you don't have to get away to? I love it. Look at those cute little sea lions, that romantic sunset, those amazing views. How'd you get it?
Well, the Aquatic Paradise double video set is only $19.95.
Ooh.
And it's not available anywhere else.
I really want one. How do I order?
Okay, here's how.
Use your credit card or send check or money order to get the Aquatic double video set for just $19.95 plus shipping and handling. Call 1-800-654-0700. Phones open 24 hours.
According to ancient Bajoran religion, a force will rise against the people.
What's our rock wake? Is it alive?
And only the chosen one will have the power to stop it.
If he dies, we all die.
Now O'Brien has been deemed their last hope.
Bloody hell!
And against his will becomes their new savior.
Without your protection, it will kill us all.
There's been a serious misunderstanding.
On the next Star Trek Deep Space Nine.
Tuesday night on KDF-TV. You're watching KDF-TV, Corpus Christi.
Just imagine winning an all-expenses-paid trip to fish one of Florida's famous phosphate pits for fighting largemouth bass. All your expenses are paid in full. And you get to fish with some of the nation's finest professional anglers. Well, that's what happened to 6 of our viewers. Their names were drawn, and here they are in Hamilton County, Florida, fishing with 12 of Skeeter Boat's pro fishing team and pulling in bass from a lake owned and managed by Occidental Chemical Company.
They're pulling in the big ones down in Georgia, and you always catch your limit in the Gulf of Mexico. There's an 8-point buck just waiting down in Bama, and there's no way you can break away and go. They're waiting in the blinds in Louisiana as the early morning cold cuts through the air, and watchful eyes to focus